to share with you about the magnetic reversal. The Gov's watching over it pretty closely. Evidently it's speeding up, and suspicious observers who I usually watch on that, but I wanted you to know that things are going to get hectic. They really are. And there's a conference, 195th conference in Salt Lake City, and a lady dreamed that Jesus came. So I don't know if you could stand on holy ground, but if your home isn't holy ground, I think that the message will be for us to share the fullness of the gospel of Jesus Christ with everyone that we can. Look for everybody that we can that wants to know about the gospel. Your light will shine. Your testimony is what they see. And this is the up there, right up there, there's a mama eel watching over the two baby eels. And that's where the opening is, where the Polynesians go. When there's a storm, the grass changes to another color. Hi! You having fun today? Working on cars? Oh, do you need anything?
No.
It's behind me. I'm just taking a walk. I have a YouTube channel. So your family's not in it. One man got really mad once when I had my overalls on and I was doing the mountain. There's a place up there where the Polynesians go. When the grass turns a certain color, one of those is caves. There's two eels watching over the mama eel, and that's where the cave opening is. I know you have to go up the road and cut through this property, and there's a path. And
What
that's,
are you talking about?
huh? You see those grooves in the rocks?
All the way there?
No, you see the grooves in, oh yeah, the grooves in the rocks. Yeah, there's the mama eel, the two baby eels. So right between, there's all those different ones you would think would be two, but they don't have the covering. But that one does, cause see how the opening goes all the way down?
You can go all the way up there.
Yeah, have you been up there?
Yeah.
You
I
have.
had family that lives up all the way up, way past the water tank.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, hello, is your grandma watching you today? Is your tutu loving you? Oh. Well, I'm gonna go about my walk. I had too many things to do, so I said when I feel that way, if I go this way, your car won't be in it. And it's all back here. Look at that chemtrailing. They use chemicals in airplanes, and you'll watch it. See how right there, that was one about an hour ago that was that thin, and then it puffs out like that. And they use some pretty yucky stuff, but we're not going to think about that because we're happy. But all that right there was just strings, and now it's puffed up. And then they did some more. We watched a jet do it one day. Okay, that's scary stuff. We don't want to talk about scary stuff. This is a good place to work on vehicles. And that's Mount Ka'ala. That's the highest mountain on the island. And this is a volcano. The volcano is called Hawaiian. And it's the first vent for the island of Oahu. So as you're watching, I'm getting sunburned. I forgot my sunscreen. It doesn't take long. A lot of the things that you see on me, they got rid of this one. The skin cancer guy did. Just froze it with dry ice. And that whole edge, it goes 29 miles long, this edge of the volcano. Goes all the way back out. And then it's only not 9 miles from inside of that main caldera over this little lip here. This would be like one of the plateaus. Actually, they filled it in with a lot of big rocks and boulders and stuff. My children used to come up and feed cows, and they had cows up in that corner, and now they have a fourth increment of homes that they're building. Ours was the first. We have the second largest lot. This is a homestead. You have to be 150% Hawaiian, plus have a family member that's 50% Hawaiian to leave it to, in order to be on a list. And there's thousands, tens of thousands on the list, still waiting for their homes. My friend was awarded one, but it won't be built for 2 years. I like that guy's house over there. It kind of looks like a Noah's Ark. And then on the edge up there is a Noah's Ark. I'll have to go up farther. And that's Mount Ka'ala up there. Oh, they're really chemtrailing big time today. Stealthy. One time I saw the helicopter with the thing attached to it. And once we saw a jet going up, so wow. I guess they want rain. This place was so dry a year ago when Hurricane Lahaina, when Maui burnt. I was having 70 to 90 mile an hour winds 3 days and 2 nights. The first set of chickens hatched, and I just had to close the door. I couldn't, they were just like one big ball of fur. And I was afraid we were going to burn. If anybody threw a cigarette butt out the window, we would have burned. And we weren't not having very good water power, you know, like pressure. And I found out, anyway, then we found out Lahaina burned, and one lady's husband's daughter, the uncle of the man, the daughter in Lahaina, he was in a wheelchair, and she was trying to push him, but she couldn't, and the flames were coming so fast. He said, "Run, daughter, run. You have your whole life ahead of you." She had to leave her father to burn in a wheelchair. There were a lot more casualties. There were 123 memorials, and then they brought it down to 101. Why they keep bringing these numbers down to 101 doesn't make sense to me, but they've only built probably 12 houses is all, and they just want to discourage them to leave. So I was studying about what's so important about, oh, we're going to go up here so you can see the Noah's Ark on top of the ledge behind me. I think this is be so great to be teaching music and teaching dance. It has awesome acoustics too. See if I can sing this Easter song for you. He has risen. No, he has risen. He has risen. Shout it out. Shout it out with joyful strength. He has burst his 3-day prison. Ah, la, la, la. Okay, hey, I can't do that right now. It's almost as if I'm having an asthma attack. It's probably from this chemtrail stuff. And I have the list. I'll put it in the description, and you can look it up, of everything that's in it. So, right here Oh, we have to go out here a little further. The man up there on that corner, he's got all of his animals and everything, and he builds old wagons into food wagons, and people could sleep in them and that kind of thing. And they can buy them for $7,000, either as a home or a kitchen home. Okay, let's see if we can see it. No, we gotta go up higher. We can see the one right there on the hill that's made out of lava. It's right there. My selfie stick is not as bouncy, but somebody took it, I guess. Like they took my swim clothes, like my house is unlocked, oh no. So, the big, and I think that we keep getting this weird mist, and when I washed my blue walls off, which I painted to avoid the directed energy weapon, once right down there, you see down there, there's a ocean. I saw a military cargo plane go around 20 times. I called and asked what they were doing. They said they were practicing parachute jumping, but I didn't see anything. And that night, that was during the day, and that night the temperature dropped to 51 degrees, and we had winds 90 miles an hour. There were people that were homeless down there. I went down and went and got musubi. See, there's the big Noah's Ark up there. This is the tip of it and its house. And there's the medium. That tree is getting so big. There's the medium one. It's kind of like on the edge of the tree. And then there's one right under that other tree. And it's the Polynesians are direct descendants of Abraham. They have all the blessings of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They came here, Lehi, 600 years before Christ was born. They were going to destroy Jerusalem. God said, take your family and leave. And they did. And two of the sons was rebellious, Lemon and Lemuel. And Samuel and Nephi were righteous and did what their dad said. So we go into the book third Nephi, and this wicked king had been, the people had populated the whole Americas. There was no Gulf there. It was all one America, I believe. But they built, King Benjamin was going to kill them all. Anybody waiting for the sign of the birth of Christ. Well, and the day before they were going to be killed, third Nephi says, Heavenly Father, where's the sign we're all going to be killed in the morning? And the star that led them to baby Jesus was lit up the Americas for 3 days and 3 nights. And the king was converted and all of his kingdom. But there was a group of people that left before that. Ham made a giant canoe, and he left the Americas, and he took a bunch of people with him, and I think that's their history and that's their story up there. They came in from the west coast, and I think they would have probably used those big sequoias, but I'm not sure. That's my guess. And they brought people out here, and then they went back for another group. And there's a book called Israel in the Pacific. All of Polynesia are of the same order. Sometimes when an island gets crowded, they leave, and they go and find another island. They just pack up what little they have and they take off. And down at Pokai Bay, there's a heiau down there, and it's a lookout. And Waianae is water. That mountain right there supplies all the water. It's the highest mountain on the island, Mount Ka'ala. And when the military on the other side start practicing and I can feel the ground move, I tell them, please don't disturb that water system or we won't have water. And on the day of Hurricane Dora, later on I found out that they had diverted the water from Mount Ka'ala into Wailua. We are the only state that can grow cacao, chocolate. We are. And